Today I'm going to be demonstrating elapsed time using a timeline. Okay, so our word problem is Josie is baking a cake. The cake has to be ready at 3:45. If she starts cooking the cake at 9:15, how long does she have to cook and decorate the cake? So before we get started, I just want to underline the key points in the problem. So we know that the cake has to be ready at 3:45. So we know that that is something that we need to know. And we need to know what time she's going to start cooking. So we know that she's going to start cooking the cake at 3:15. So I think that's a good one to underline. So how long does she have to cook and decorate the cake? So we want to know how long does she have to cook the cake. So we're going to be using this number line to find out how long. So right here we're going to start at 9:15. So I'm going to start right here and we're going to make it easy for us and we're going to make it to where we go to 10. So we know that there's 60 minutes in an hour. So we're at 9:15. So we're at 9 and this is our 15. So we're going to go ahead and add that 45 to get us to 10. So this is 9:15 and we're going to go to 10. So we're going to add 45 minutes. So that's 10. So we're going to go 11, that's 1 hour. 12, that's 2 hours. 3, 1, that's 3 hours. 2, that's 4 hours. 3, that's 5 hours. So we know we have 5 hours already, but we know that she has to have the cake at 3:45. She has to have the cake ready at 3:45 p.m. So we know she still has a little bit of time left. So what we're going to do is we're going to add 45 minutes, and we know that 45 minutes out of 60, and 60 minutes is in an hour. So we're going to find out on the timeline where the 45 minutes would go. So we know that's 15, 30, and then this is our 45. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add 45 here. So we know how many hours. Let's count how many hours we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 hours, and let's just go ahead and put our hours here. So we have 5 hours. Okay, so we know that Josie has 5 hours to cook the cake. And every 5 hours is 60 minutes. So we'll just put that right here, 60 minutes. And so now we need to know how long, right here, our minutes that we have here are 45 and our 45, how those equal an hour. So what we're going to do just here on the side is a little bit of math work here. We're going to do 45 plus 45. So let's see, that equals, and we just carry that one up here, that equals 90. So we know that if 60 minutes equal 1 hour. So we're going to subtract 60. So that leaves us with 30. So we know that there's 1 hour and 60. So we know that adds another hour. So we're going to add one more hour. So that equals 6 hours. So let's see what's left. So 30 minutes is left. So we know that Josie has 30 minutes left. So she has in all, and now let's just erase this so that way we don't have to get confused or anything, and we'll write it in a different color. So we know that Josie has 6 hours and 30 minutes to cook and decorate her cake. And one thing that we need to know is that a lot of us get confused because sometimes we forget that we need to make sure we don't forget our minutes, because sometimes when we hear our parents, they say, oh, what time is it? And they say it's 3 o'clock, but it's really 3:15. And sometimes we forget that we need to add those minutes, because those minutes do make a difference. So that's one thing that we sometimes tend to forget. And sometimes we're in a rush and we're like, oh my gosh, it's 3 o'clock, but it's really 3:05. But those minutes do count, and those are the minutes that make up the 60 minutes. So we do need to take that in consideration. So that is one thing that a lot of us do forget. So that's one misconception that a lot of us need to work on.